Hey everyone, welcome to my Blu-ray DVD update for the month of April 2015. I don't plan on picking any more movies up this month, so that's why this video is coming out a little bit earlier. Uh, let's go ahead and get into this because I did pick up some interesting things. First up, the first movie is part of a franchise that I let pass me by. I just really wasn't interested in seeing it. But recently, another film in the franchise came out, and it kind of got me interested in taking a look at these films to see if they were actually any good or not. So I picked up the original, The Fast and the Furious. So after watching this, it's not great. It's not great. I think most people will agree with me in saying it's not great. But, you know, it was a decent, entertaining film. I do plan on reviewing all the movies in this franchise, but unfortunately, the sixth film, it's not available to rent. I don't think until next month, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. But I don't know if this is gonna stay in the collection, but I'm at least glad I watched it. All right, next up is a Tom Cruise sci-fi film. Which one, you may ask? Well, it's Oblivion. This is probably one of my least favorite Tom Cruise sci-fi movies. That's not to say this is bad. It's good. It's just the plot. I just wish it had more going on. It is a bit dull, but it's still an interesting movie. Good performances, and it's shot well. I like it. But yeah, it could have been better. All right, next up, these are all movies I found at Dollar General, of all places. And before I get into these, I have a little story about Dollar General. Okay, so yeah, they sell DVDs and Blu-rays. Some of them are brand new. Some of them are previously used. So I saw a Disney movie. It was marked as new. It was Frankenweenie. This is one I need to add to my collection. And it was priced $8.95. It's fairly reasonable. So, you know, it said it was new, so I went ahead and picked it up. And imagine my surprise when I got home and opened it up and saw that it was previously used as a Redbox rental. It had the little stickers on the inner ring. So, you know, and it didn't have the Disney Movie Rewards code. So, I was a little pissed. You know, it's marked as new, and it's obviously previously used. So I went back to Dollar General to return it, and it was trying to explain to the cashier about it. And, you know, she obviously didn't know what was going on, which, you know, it's whatever. But, you know, I was telling her, it was like, well, it was marked as new, and it's obviously a Redbox rental. And she's like, well, how do you know that? I was like, well, that's what the sticker is for on it. She's like, oh, well, aren't all the Dollar General Blu-rays like that? And I was like, well, I don't know, but if it's marked as new and it's obviously previously used, then that's kind of false advertising. But anyway, she returned it no problem. So, in its place, I got a couple DVDs that, you know, this is from a collection that I've been interested in picking up, but, you know, just haven't... Really what kind of scared me about getting these was how the DVDs were actually packaged. And, you know, some of them were flipper disc, and then I found out that some of them were just stacked on top of each other. So, I'm a little weary about that, but I went ahead and picked them up anyway, because some of these movies are classic movies that I just haven't seen and really need to. So, first up, we've got Turner Classic Movies, Greatest Classic Legends Film Collection, Gene Kelly. So this has On the Town, An American in Paris, Anchors Aweigh, and Brigadoon. Now, I think as a kid I saw Brigadoon, but I haven't seen On the Town or An American in Paris. I did have the DVD for Anchors Aweigh years ago, but I wound up selling that, so I'm glad I got that back. That is a pretty fun movie. So, I'm I'm excited about watching these. But yeah, the DVDs are actually stacked on top of each other. So hopefully they aren't scratched. I haven't actually checked them. Let me do that now. Yeah, this one actually looks fine, so I guess they're okay. Another thing, though, with the other one I got and this one, you know, I think Big Lots used to do this too, but why the hell do you have to, like, cut into the UPC code and ruin the case? Things like that just really piss me off, but you know what? I'm still glad I got this. There are some movies in it that I definitely want to see. And, you know, these were $6.95 each. But the second one I picked up is the Best Picture winners from the Greatest Classic Films collection. And this has Casablanca, Gigi, An American in Paris again, and Mrs. Miniver. Which, this may surprise people, but I still haven't seen Casablanca. So, you know, I know these two are available on Blu-ray, which I eventually will pick up, but this was a very affordable way for me to see both films. And this one actually has flipper disc, which I never understood this case packaging, because if you... Okay, this DVD is fine, but the tray comes down and hits the DVD below it, and this one actually does have some marks and scratches on it, so hopefully it'll play. But I'm not going to go through the trouble of returning it if it doesn't. But still, you know, for $6.95, not too bad. And I definitely want to check out those Best Picture winner films. Alright, so next up, I'm actually saving the best for last. These are the last three things. This was a really good find in Dollar General. But I got the 50th anniversary edition of West Side Story. This is the 3-disc edition. Really happy that I got this. Love this movie. Now, I know there is an issue with like a fade out at some point in the film, and they are doing like a recall where you can actually get a corrected version of the film. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but this was only $4.95, so a heck of a deal on that. But I'm glad that this is finally in my collection. Love West Side Story. Okay, now these two were the most surprising things that I found at Dollar General. You know, I wasn't expecting to find Blu-rays at Dollar General, let alone Bluray Books. Yes, I found Bluray Books. They were $6 each. Only found two in there, but they're pretty decent ones. First up is the 40th anniversary edition of Easy Rider. This stars Peter Fonda, Dennis Hopper, and Jack Nicholson. I've never seen this movie, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. And I just love Blu-ray books. I might have to get back into collecting those. They're just really nice. So yeah, there is that one. And then finally, the last Blu-ray book I picked up is A River Runs Through It. This stars Craig Schaefer, Brad Pitt, and Tom Skerritt. But I think this is based off a book, and it seems like be about an American family and their struggles. So that should be an interesting watch. But yeah, I mean, I can't believe I found that these at Dollar General of all places for $6 each. Really good deal. Well, guys, that is it for my April DVD Blu-ray update. As always, like the video and subscribe. Until next time.